All right, the part of the board is convening. We're now at Hunt Correctional Center. It's January 27th, 2025. It is 1:15 in the afternoon. Warden, good afternoon. Would you and your staff please introduce yourself for the record?
Morning, Tim Hooper, Elaine Hunt Correctional Center.
Christy LeBlanc, classification.
Joe Buttress, Assistant Warden.
All right, and now before us, Mr. Roussel.
Yes, ma'am. Calvin Roussel Jr.,
What's your DOC number, Mr. Roussel?
487845.
Okay, let me acknowledge your guests you have there. Well, let's see, I've got on Zoom, we have Brandon Slaughter, your friend, and Michael Gregoire also on Zoom. I don't have the list of the folks who are there with you. Who's your guest there at Hunt?
Ricky Hamilton.
In your relationship.
I work at Gillis Loan. George
Okay.
Rousseau. The son's at Calvin Rousseau.
My brother,
What's your name?
Leroy.
Leroy what?
Hendon.
What's Leroy's last name?
Hendon.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
what's
which,
your name?
is that all of them?
Oh, we got Daddy.
Calvin Rousseau is a senior.
Oh, okay. And so we have Mr. Brandon Slaughter who's going to be speaking, or which two of your guests there will be speaking on your behalf, Mr. Roussel?
Daddy and Ricky.
Okay, all right, we'll call on them to do so. Mr. Roussel, you're here before the pardon board this afternoon seeking a commutation of your sentence. You're classified as a third felony offender. You were sentenced in Terrebonne Parish first in August of 2009 for a second-degree battery. You received a 4-year sentence. That was suspended. You were placed on probation. However, that was revoked in 2011 for this new charge of aggravated burglary. And you received a 25-year sentence on that, September 12th, 2011.
Yes, ma'am.
Not eligible for parole, you're not eligible for good time, and so your full term date is June 26, 2035. Does that all
Yes,
sound?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell us, Mr. Roussel, what led you to jail? Why are you here? Why are you seeking relief in the form of a commutation of your sentence, and why are you deserving of that?
Yes, ma'am. Well, at the time of my life, I was on drugs, doing drugs, hanging with the wrong crowd. And I decided to go in someone's house and take their belongings. I committed an aggravated burglary on May 10th, 2010 of Elma Gomez, Lester Herrera, and Francisco Gonzalez's home, because it was known someone told me they had drugs in the house, and I was a drug addict at that time. Now I stand before you a different man, and I changed through the years, and I'm a prime example that rehabilitation works here at the Elaine Hunt Correctional Center, because I achieved things that I never thought I'd have in life. I have now because I was here at the Elaine Hunt Correctional Center.
All right, Warden, what can you tell us about Mr. Roussel?
Mr. Roussel is he's an industrial-based tutor here for our welding program. He also works at Gillis Long. He has about an inch thick certificates that he's received throughout his course of incarceration. His last disciplinary report was in November 15th of 2018. We're on the right path, doing good.
All right, good to hear. Thank you. So first, let's hear from Mr. Slaughter, who's on Zoom.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to let y'all know I've been knowing Calvin Roussel over 25 years. I'm a good friend of his, and you know, I could honestly say I've gotten in trouble with him. You know, me and Michael Gregoire, which is on the Zoom call as well. And you know, everybody changes. You know, and I've been knowing Cal a long time, and you know, I could see the change in him, and I could tell that he's learned from his mistakes. Also, I just want you to know that there's hope out there. Me and Michael Gregoire has been in trouble. We both now make, 6 figures, and I just want y'all to know that, when he comes out, I can get him a job. My company hires felons, and they allow us to be prosperous. And I just really think that, he has a great opportunity with all the things he's accomplished while he's been in there. And I just think that he's learned from his mistakes and he could be a productive citizen. and I think he could help others around him same things that he's been through. I really feel that he could use that, to help others in the same situation.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much. It looks like you're on the job, so I'm glad you were able to take the time to speak with us. It's good to hear from you. Thank you. We'd like to hear from the folks who are at Hunt now. Mr. Roussel Senior, could we hear from you first?
Dad?
Yeah, I'm here. The reason, I like when y'all, release Cal because his mama is, a very sick person.
Mom couldn't make it today. She's actually in the hospital, so just tell him you got a place to live and all that stuff.
He's got a place to come there with us when he gets out. I'm a boy captain. I can bring him to work with me. When I go to, one of the boats that I work on. His mama is very ill right now, and, she would like for him to come home because it would be of help for us if he would be with us at home instead of being here. And, he could help me out, survive for his mama the best way we can, because his mama will.
Yes, sir, Mr. Roussel. Thank you for, I know it's difficult, but we appreciate your remarks. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Hamilton, what can you tell us?
Yes, ma'am. Again, my name is Ricky Hamilton. I'm the construction superintendent at Gillis Lawn Center. I've been doing Calvin since 2019. We have a program set up with Lane Hunt where defendants come over and they work for us. He's come over, doing that program. He's taking the lead, with different projects. We'll assign them projects. They work independently. They do have a guard with them. That's all, that's always with them. Through that program, I got to, know him personally. We do hire former offenders. Once hired with us, we do also provide them with housing as a part of the compensation. And just, I just look at him as had I not known that he was an offender, I wouldn't have known just the way that he carries himself. We never had any type of discipline with him. Like I say, he guides the team that we have out there, and actually, we would like him to come work with us once he gets out.
Well, Mr. Hamilton, it's certainly nice to hear from you. We hadn't seen you. We don't see you folks much, so that's impressive. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Roussel, your case has been assigned to Mr. Freeman. Would you answer his questions?
Okay, good morning, evening, Calvin. How old are you, Calvin?
38, sir.
Okay, and I like the warden said, you got more certificates than I ever seen. So you hadn't been sitting by just wasting your time since you've been incarcerated for sure. And you have 6 children?
No, I have 5 children.
Okay, do you have contact with all of them?
No, sir. I got contact with the one that's here mostly.
Yeah, I did notice, and you're the one brought it out on the application. You at state police, you got removed because of alcohol. What happened? What was going on?
I made a mistake and took a drink with somebody, and we got caught up drinking. And then I admitted when I'm wrong when I was there, and they sent me back to Atlanta Hunt.
And you hadn't had any write-ups since that incident?
No, sir, that was the last write-up. And I took initiative. I went to NA here at the Land Hunt.
I got that message. Out of the classes you took, which one you think was the best?
Out of the vocational or academics, I think the GD was the best for me because I never thought I'd have one. The self-help classes, it was AANA because I never knew I was an addict. Because I had not did alcohol for 8 years and went to the police barracks and got my hands on it and got in trouble again. So I knew there was a problem. That's why I came to AA to find out that I was an addict. I just can't have alcohol or drugs.
And what if you got out, what you plan to do on to stay away from them drugs?
I'm going to find me a AANA home. I can go there. I heard they got it on the phone now where you could attend meetings. I want to keep in contact with the people that can help me. Iron sharpen iron, man sharpen man. I feel like as long as I can share my problems with them, they share theirs with me like we do here. It'll keep me clean.
Okay. And the fight at the bar room, it started at a red light. Somebody pointed a gun at somebody. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what was said. And then later on, we was riding and saying a dude parked at the bar room and we went into the bar. That's when we entered the bar, was called the park. and then the confrontation happened.
All right. What kind of community service have you done since you've been in prison? To help other inmates and help the prison itself?
Well, first off, I'm a welding tutor. What was taught to me, I give back to the community, whoever wants to join the welding. And clean up HSU1. I help out with the HSUs, the people that can't tend for themselves. I go in there, wipe the fans down the walls, the ceiling, clean their bathrooms. I help.
HSU stands for they don't, it's no.
Oh, it's the mental health section here at the Lane Hunt Correctional Center. The HSU, that's what it is, mental health. And I attend with them, help them do bingo and all kind of things for activities for the community.
I have no further questions.
Any other questions?
Were you ordered, or did you have anything to do with the victim that was injured? And if so, were you ordered by the courts to pay any kind of restitution?
Yes, ma'am. I was put on 4 years probation in order to pay $8,000 restitution.
Okay. How have you done on that?
Before I got arrested on this second charge of aggravated burglary, I paid like $300.
Paid exactly $300.
Okay. Thank you.
$43.50 was his share restitution.
$43.50?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Roussel, I was a little concerned, or a lot concerned really, about the write-up from the barracks. I see though that you've been, how long you been in jail?
14 years and 7 months, exactly the date.
Almost 14 and a half years, and you only have 3 write-ups. The last I would say was your most serious,
Was a contraband.
2010 from the barracks.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know, have you had thinking for change? Is that in your certificates?
No, ma'am, my learner score was too low. My risk level was too low for me to join. Thank you for the
Okay.
change.
Yeah, they do like to do it to moderate high-risk people, but you know, when I look at your record and I see that you had, alcohol, you say alcohol or drug, some kind of substance abuse issue, and it took that for you to realize that write-up?
Yes, ma'am, because I went that long without doing alcohol or drugs. I was drug-free for the remainder of the time while I was in jail. And when I went to where I could get my hands on it, I put my hands on it like it wasn't like I didn't miss a beat. And I knew that was a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they discovered that you had it. So I don't see any other questions. So I believe, Mr. Roussel, we're ready to vote. Mr. Freeman?
Oh, okay, Mr. Roussel. I look at your case. I mean, from just looking at it, you got terrible criminal history. You were revoked under supervision. You got removed from state police, which sounds like it may have been a blessing because it made you realize you had a problem. But I mean, that's one of the places everybody tries to get to. But I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna grant with immediate parole eligibility.
Is it Stapleton?
I'm going to agree with Mr. Freeman, and it's because you had made efforts to pay restitution to your victim. So you've accepted responsibility there. And I'm sure that once out, you will continue to pay your part there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I have to say about it.
Mr. Prater?
I concur.
And I also concur, and you had positive remarks by Warden Hooper. You had the support of Mr. Hamilton. That means a lot as well. And the fact that you admit you have a substance abuse, you have a plan to address it if and when you're released early. And the fact that you do community service work in your prison community. So we're going to make the recommendation for a commutation of your sentence that would make you immediately parole eligible. So we're going to make that recommendation on your behalf. Mr. Roussel, good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate y'all.
Madam Chair, I'm gonna go ahead and put him in thinking for a change as well.
Yeah, good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. Well, good luck, Mr. Roussel.
Thank you.
That concludes our business, Warden Hooper, with your
Thank
facility.
y'all.
Sign out. It's 1:32.